Hello, I'm Bill Delgoin and you're watching Buckingham News live at 5. Our top stories. We spoke with the new mayor of Buckingham, John Harvey, to see what plans he has. Buckingham Library organised an event to raise awareness for dementia. To celebrate National Souffle Day, we asked Grumpy Neil to drag himself into the kitchen once again to make a last effort for this term. Councillor John Harvey has been elected by his fellow councillors to become the new mayor of Buckingham Town as of May 5th. The theme for his year as mayor is all about ambition. Matt Harris has the story.
The mayor is elected by fellow town councillors to be chair of the council for the following year and represent the town and council to various bodies, events and other nearby towns. They carry out ceremonial duties, chair council meetings and are responsible for the day-to-day running of local services.
I was told that the mayor represents the town. He is the face of the town, and people look up to the mayor as a representative of the town. I like the new mayor. I voted for him. He will be a good mayor. It would be inappropriate to give him any advice. He's his own man, and I look forward to his term of office.
John Harvey, who has lived in Buckingham since 2007, was born in Cardigan, Ceredigion. He used to be the Senior Fellow and Head of Centre for Community Justice for the Office for Public Management in London. After establishing his own consultancy company, John Harvey Associates Limited, in August 2008, he joined the Buckingham Town Council as a councillor in 2011. He has recently started a new blog to record his journey as Mayor of Buckingham.
I feel delighted, honoured, humbled, a little bit daunted. I guess it's a big job for me. I never imagined I would become a mayor of a beautiful town like Buckingham, so I'm looking forward to a year of excitement and pleasure and joy in doing what I can to promote the town and celebrate the town.
With the efforts from the new mayor and the foundation set from the former mayor, we hope this will transform Buckingham for the better. This is Matt Harris, Buckingham News.
May 14th to the 20th is Dementia Awareness Week. Alzheimer's Society is asking everyone across England, Wales and Northern Ireland to support the fight against dementia. Nandi Kuzwayo has the full story.
Dementia is a growing issue and concern for societies across the world. In the UK, over 40,000 people under the age of 65 have dementia. Our aging population means that dementia will affect an increasing number of people over the coming decades. It represents one of the major health and social care challenges facing the UK.
Dementia describes the different brain disorders that trigger a loss of brain function. These conditions are all usually progressive and eventually severe. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia, affecting over 62% of those diagnosed.
We are set up as Buckingham and Dementia Action Alliance, working towards Buckingham becoming a dementia-friendly community.
Dementia is said to be the 21st century's biggest killer, but awareness and understanding remains low, and many families are facing it alone. Dementia research desperately needs volunteers. A lack thereof is slowing efforts to find new preventions and treatments.
People might have behavioural changes, they might have mood swings, they might struggle to understand things. But as well as that, there's also struggles to access different banks or shops that aren't dementia friendly, so it's very difficult for people. There's difficulty accessing benefits and things that they need for support.
A new service called Joint Dementia Research has launched to help people with and without dementia register their interest in taking part in the studies in their area. If you or anyone you know are willing to help, you can register online at www.jointdementiaresearch.nihr.ac.uk. This is Nandi Kuzwayo for Buckingham News.
A startup weekend was held at the University of Buckingham for the first time. People came to learn about how to start their own business in just 32 hours. Alice Hills has the story.
The Startup Weekend was organised by the Computing Department and sponsored by Google. Around 30 students and others joined the business experience that lasted from Friday to Sunday evening.
The participants had to come up with ideas for their startup company. After this, they presented them and explained what kind of investors they needed to make their business a success.
I've not seen it in Buckingham before, so I really wanted to come and join the community and try and make something happen.
Yeah, it's been really productive. I've learnt a lot. a lot of what not to do as well as what to do.
I came here to get the experience, to see, like, have connections with people who might help me in the future.
It takes our students through the whole process of starting a business. So not just the technical side of the business, but also marketing, branding, budgeting, and so on.
The weekend was ended by the team's presentations on Sunday evening, plus the judging and awards.
It's a great opportunity. We've got some great people, great mentors, and even if this isn't the final idea, it could pivot into something very acute.
The Startup Weekend was a great success, and perhaps one of the ideas will grow into a successful business. This is Alice Hill's Buckingham News.
In other news, a talk on nuclear law and policy was held in the Radcliffe Centre last Wednesday to discuss the crucial importance of nuclear power in a post-Brexit world. The talk was organised by the University of Buckingham, the University of Birmingham and the Open University and featured several prominent speakers from all over the country. And now, over to sport with Mariam and Jai.
Thank you, Vilda. In a Buckingham News Sports special, we take a look at women in sports. This week, Amarachi Durer talked to Bella Devine to find out what it's like being the only girl in the university's basketball club.
This is Bella. Bella is a student. She enjoys jogging, cooking, spending time with friends, and playing basketball. But she is also the only girl in her basketball club. Research has revealed 1 in 3 girls aged 11 to 16 do not feel they have the same choices as boys in school sports, further revealing that girls were not taught cricket, football, or contact rugby at school, but their male classmates were. 90% of girls in primary school said they were offered the same sports as the boys, compared to secondary schools where 34% of girls reported a gender difference. Bella has been playing basketball since she was 14, and has even played competitively in countries such as Holland, Greece, Austria, and even France.
I think it's a fun, active sport. It runs in my family. Everyone in my family is really tall. My dad's 6'7", my brother's 6'4", I'm 6 foot, so it kind of runs in the family. I'm allowed to be in the club. I don't think I'm allowed to be on their actual team because it's the boys' basketball team, so I play with the club. But I'm the only girl in the club, which I don't mind.
And do the other guys treat you any different?
I say sometimes I get treated differently, like sometimes they're very reluctant to pass to me because I'm a girl and don't always want me in their team, but they're still really nice.
Personally, from personal experience, no, they are not as good, but I've just basically played with it goes that good.
Bella is certainly setting an example for more girls and proving that girls can do anything boys can do. This is Amarachi Daru for Buckingham News.
A third of girls in school feel they do not have the same access to sports as boys. To help raise awareness of the inequality, we sent Yasmin Surrey to find out more.
A research from Girl Guiding revealed that girls in between the age of 11 and 16 feel excluded from taking part in a variety of sports in the UK. They noticed a difference in the way sports are offered to different genders as young girls were not taught cricket, football, or contact rugby at school.
Hockey is one of the only sports where men and women compete at almost an even level in terms of participants and sort of facilities and everything that goes on. I think we lack in terms of sometimes the physical strength and the speed, but I think in terms of ability and skill level we're no different.
Buckingham Hockey Club is a field hockey club based at Stowe School near Buckingham. The club runs women's only team with 5 senior teams and 7 junior teams. The women's first team play in the England Hockey League Investec Conference West, the second highest tier in England, and reached the 2016 National Cup final.
While there is so much to be done in school to make sports accessible for all, regardless of gender, it's good to know that girls have options to branch out. Yasmin Seri, Buckingham News.
And now back to the studio.
The 18th of May marked National Cheese Souffle Day, and we asked Grumpy Neil to return to his new home, the kitchen, to prepare this notoriously hard dish.
First made in the 1800s in France, the souffle is regarded as one of the toughest dishes out there, so I thought I'd give it a go.
The ingredients you will need to make this eggy delight are as follows: 50 grams of butter, a handful of breadcrumbs, 40 grams of plain flour, 30 millilitres of milk, 100 grams of cheese and 4 large eggs.
The first step to making this dish is to preheat the oven to 180 degrees and put in a baking tray to heat up. Brush some ramekins with melted butter and sprinkle breadcrumbs around the edges. Then, melt the butter, add the flour and cook for a few minutes, gradually adding in the milk and stirring. Boil for 2 minutes. Once the mixture is thick, take off the heat and stir in the cheese and egg yolks. In a separate bowl, whisk the egg whites until firm and fluffy. Fold the two mixtures together gently and put in the ramekins. Bake in the oven for 10 minutes and serve immediately. So why not celebrate National Cheese Souffle Day yourself? They're not that hard. This is Neil Fotheringham for Buckingham News.
In our last broadcast of the term, we take a look back at some of the most memorable moments we've seen on Buckingham News.
Hello? Hello.
Hello, I'm Matt Harris and you're watching the Buckingham News, live at 5.
Thank you for watching Buckingham News. We'll see you next term.